Hello, people of the internet. One good afternoon, good evening, happy Wednesday to you all. We have got more music to check out. NewJeans, being NewJeans, have continued to drop more MVs for the songs off of their latest album. Today we have an MV for the song ASAP, and I'm actually kind of glad I held off on doing an album listen because I kind of figured they'd continue to drop more MVs, and well, my prediction was correct. So I'm going to be checking out the MV for it and kind of in a roundabout way end up covering the entire album through MVs, which will be an interesting strategy. Not many people will do that, especially with the kind of money that these MVs are getting. Adore are pumping in a lot of money into this group when it comes to their like promotional material, and it's kind of cool. Like, it's not often that we get, literally at least one album for every single song that they've released. It's kind of impressive, and I'm very excited for it. So let's check it out one time. Two things. While I don't know what like the premise of the song is, what it's supposed to sound like, things like that, I have been told that this is going to be a trip. Um, Although having said that, I am kind of a music first, visual second type of person, so I may not clock onto all the little details in the MV, so apologies in advance. Also, I'm noticing it's not even 2.5 minutes, and this is an MV, which pains me a little bit, because this is kind of like an extended intro or outro song length. Like, I'm used to like, I know 2.5 minutes is kind of becoming the norm because, streaming services are taking priority, and if you want to stream a song more, then make the song shorter and repeatable. That makes sense from, like, a business point of view, but as, like, a music enjoyer point of view, or, like, a listener's point of view, it pains me. Especially as someone who grew up listening to, like, 80s rock songs that were, easily 4.5, 5, 6 minutes long with no issues. It pains me to see a song that's, just a fraction over 2 minutes. But I'll enjoy it nonetheless. It's NewJeans. Their music is always a vibe, and I live for the vibe. So, here we go. Ooh.
Hi, it's me again, I'm back. Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? Let's talk ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't be lazy. ASAP,
It's an extremely minimal song so far.
Hurry up, don't say maybe. 할 얘기 다 한 줄 알고 빨간색 눌러.
Still minimalistic.
나서 다시 또 울려. There's this one more thing I'll show you. Come with me, so much to do and lot to see. Just for a minute.
Oh, that pan is weird. Oh, that pan is weird.
ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe. ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe.
This may be one of the most experimental songs I've listened to from a girl group in a very long time.
Hi, it's me again, I'm back. Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? Let's talk ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't be lazy. ASAP, baby.
Kind of amazed by this.
Hurry up, don't say maybe. ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say. Hurry up, don't say. Just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Save the synth. Wait, is that all we're getting from the synth? No! And that's it, isn't it? No, I wanted the synths. I wanted more of those synths from that final chorus. We literally got 2 measures, maybe 4 actually, but we got only that little bit of the synth. Oh, that synth was so cool. It added a little bit of the spice on the final chorus, but we only got it for such a brief moment. Oh. Okay. let's talk. This is an extremely bold song to make because this song leaves nowhere to hide. This song is the most exposed and minimalistic experimental song I have heard in a very long time. It has very exposed moving parts. They're not trying to throw in little like extra musical elements like background instrumentals or ad libs or things like that to mask any of like the, if you want to call, dead space between the two main parts, the instrumental and the vocal top line. There's nothing that masks that in between space, and because of that, you very clearly hear both parts through the entire song, whether it's the tick tock 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 tick tock, like a little vocal percussion part. You hear that panning from left to right across your headphones. If you're listening to it on stereo headphones where you have a different separated left and right vocal channels, you will hear that tick tock tick tock tick tock tick tock line moving back and forth like that. You hear that synth, you hear that vocal top line, and that separation is so noticeable. And the dead space in between is so noticeable. And it's almost like certain elements during the song, the two parts aren't working in conjunction with each other. They kind of have their own like individual mindsets and they're off doing their own thing. But in the long run, they end up coming back to the same place. That's hard to do. Let's run it again, and we'll talk about it properly. Lower the volume so I can talk a little bit as well.
Hi, it's me again, I'm back. Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? Let's talk ASAP, baby.
Especially here.
Hurry up, don't be lazy.
You have the synth line below, you have the vocal line, and that's it. I've always said that silence, musical silence, is an extremely useful tool at creating contrast. Well, this song, it's almost like there's an entire like instrumental track that's been muted and removed from the final mix. There's that many musical silence moments, and that's the charm of it, is the fact that it's almost haunting and spooky in a way because there's so many moments of just silence that creep up on you. And that's so interesting to me. From a compositional point of view, it's so interesting. We'll keep going.
ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe.
We're getting a little bit more movement in the synths now.
There's this one more thing I'll show you. Come with me, so much to do and lot to see. Just for a minute.
And like that little chime fill leading into the chorus was like the first little moment in the song that we got filler. That's like a little extra little sprinkle they added in to act as like a transition into the next phrase. That for me is like the first moment in the song where we had something like this. And because of it, it actually makes the transition really smooth. Because they can ride in on the back end of the chime. Okay, so I guess we did get some synths here. Even though they added the little filter into the tick tock tick tock tick tock tick tock line, it's still very much vocal, background synth. That's it. Sure, we got a couple hits of the almost retro-y synth that I complained we didn't get enough of. I just missed it the first time through. But even still, my point still stands. Like, the separation is so interesting to me. And I genuinely do get kind of creepy, like spooky vibes from this. And it's the fact that it feels like there's going to be something that's sneaking up on me when I'm listening to it, like a missing part of the song that's just going to jump scare me all of a sudden. Even though I know it doesn't exist now that I've listened through it once.
ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe.
Second verse, entirely rhythmic instrumental section with an interesting vocal stack. It's a two-part harmony up top, and I don't actually know off the top of my head what the separation is, or like the degree harmony that it's singing in, but for some reason it's giving me, in horror movies when the little girl in the bloody dress or whatever, I'm kind of naming like stereotypical horror movie tropes at this point, but you just hear like creepy child singing nursery rhymes all spookily from the shadows. It's giving me that kind of vibe. It's not a comfortable, happy harmony that this top line is having now. There's enough dissonance where it feels creepy, and I love it.
ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say maybe.
Notice the pan as well. It's just this part that has it too.
It's me again, I'm back. Hey, let's.
Even and this part here, even though you kind of feel the song build, it never technically had like a big flourish or anything. Just you keep that tick tock 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 tick tock. Keep that. Keep the background instrumental part. Throw in a vocal line again. It's just.
Tick tock 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 tick tock.
And then it's thrown in a vocal part. Nothing else has changed.
Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? Let's talk ASAP.
And then we're back into like kind of like the first verse in a way.
Don't be lazy. ASAP.
Little riser to lead into the two-part harmony.
Don't say maybe. ASAP, baby. Hurry up, don't say. Hurry up, don't say. Just for a minute.
And then we're finally back into the big chorus with the synths and the panning tick tock tick tock.
Just for a minute.
That delivery on the "just for a minute" line is absolutely gorgeous. That might be my favorite line of the entire song. It's so pretty.
Don't say, hurry up, don't say. Just for a minute.
It's so pretty and it's so smooth.
Just for a minute.
In a roundabout kind of musical sense, like, this isn't my favorite NewJeans song in terms of like singability and like danceability and just everyday listening. Because for me, Attention is still up there as one of those songs that I will just never get sick and tired of. But for me, ASAP may be one of the most intriguing compositions of the entire year, full stop. The way this song has been written, the way this song has been composed and arranged and put together is unlike anything anyone has done up to this point. It's so unique, it's so different. And because of it, it's so charming for me. And frankly, I don't really care if this song ended up being a super like singable or like repeatable song in that aspect of it, because of the fact that the music team behind the song went this extreme in the experimental field and pulled off a worldy is enough. Experimental music is hard to digest sometimes. And even though this is an extremely experimental song, and from like my point of view, I love it. It's so different. It's got so many little intricate moments here and there, and it's got compositional choices that no one will dare touch. And they've gone and thrown all of that into one song. And admittedly, it's a very short song, unfortunately, and I'm actually kind of curious to see how long of a song this is on the studio version. NewJeans. It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Dang. Part of me is sad that it's actually this short. Even because Experimental songs, typically, I don't really like long experimental songs. It becomes overwhelming, but I want more from this, which I don't say often for experimental music, so thumbs up for me, double thumbs up from me. This is a strangely satisfying song for me, and I reckon I am going to be letting this song marinate in my head for a long time. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for dealing with my very long-winded rambling today on this one. I very much enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well. One last request from me today, let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.